Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Rita. It's so nice to meet you. I don't know what brought you here, but I'm so glad that you are here. For my returning subscribers, what's up? I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying Vlogtober so far. So in today's Vlogtober video, I will be sharing with you guys a new recipe that I'm trying for myself the first time, which is some homemade chili. I decided to make this because, you know, it's fall and it's giving fall vibes. And it'll be my first time making homemade chili. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me as I try this new recipe. Also, I was making desserts. I decided to make some apple pies. I've been wanting some from McDonald's, but since they've been slacking lately, and we got food at the house. You right. We're going to go ahead and make some at home. A quick, fast, easy recipe. You don't need a lot of ingredients. And I think total this meal with dessert probably cost me about a good $20-$25. And just for me and my kids, this probably will last us 2 or 3 days. So for the cozy girls that like chili, I hope you like it. If you try this recipe, drop a comment below. Or if you make your own special homemade chili recipe, you got your grandma's recipe, whomever you care to share, go ahead and drop a comment below. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new and give this video a thumbs up. Turn on your notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Let's get right into it. Go ahead and discuss with you guys the ingredients that we're going to be using, or that I will be using for this recipe, starting out with the apple pie. So I have this pie crust. I love this pie crust. I use this pie crust for my peach cobbler. So this was my go-to. You can also use this other pie crust I had seen, but I wanted to go ahead and get this one. I have some cinnamon here and some nutmeg. I also have some apple filling. I do have green apples, but I'm saving those for me and the kiddos to try making our own personal caramel apples together. And that's another tradition we'll be starting doing for fall, because again, it's me and hubby's favorite, and apparently my daughter's favorite season. So this is a tradition we'll be doing with the kids, is making caramel apples. So I'm going to use this filling that I found. Plus, we're trying to cut the time in half. Okay, if you're like me, you're a stay-at-home mom and you work outside the house, or you have your own business, we be tired. I'd be tired. Let me speak for myself. I'd be tired. So I'm trying to cut everything in half as much as I can. So we're going to use this apple filling. And I also have right here some, well, you can't see the brown sugar. Yes, you can. So I have some brown sugar and some white sugar. I measured it per my spirit. I might not use all of it. I might use all of it. I'm not sure. Let the ancestors lead you, okay? I also have some vanilla extract here that I'll be using, and some butter to melt it all together. And I have an egg right here that I'm mixed together for the egg wash for the apple pies, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the ingredients for the chili. So I do have a pound of ground beef right here. I have a McCormick chili package. I have a yellow onion, red bell pepper, green bell pepper. I have a jalapeno. I have green onion, and I have black pepper, some crushed red pepper, some cumin, some chili powder, sour cream. Let me make sure I got these right. The kidney beans. I have black beans. I also have these chili pinto beans, which is mal. And I have tomato paste and some chili ready diced tomatoes that I'm also going to be adding in. I have my shredded cheese right here. I have some cornstarch. I forgot to say that I have the cornstarch for the apple pies to thicken the filling. But I also I'm going to try to, one of the recipes I've seen after talking over with my sister, I want to add a little brown sugar. Shh, don't tell anybody. And then we have some beef broth right here. It's your favorite shredded cheese. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this recipe. And we're going to start off with our apple pies. And I'll explain to you why we make them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I already turned my stove on to medium heat. We're going to pour out this pie filling into here. And then the whole point of all the other ingredients is just to jazz this up, okay? I'm not sure how this tastes because I never had it before, but I just want to jazz it up and make it my own. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and toss this in here. And once I get it, it gets to cooking, I'm going to add my sugar, my brown sugar, my nutmeg, my cinnamon, just I'm going to add some butter as well and my vanilla extract. So let's go ahead and add the butter. Okay, now that my butter has melted down, I can go ahead and tell you already off rip something I don't like. As you can see in here, these apples are thick slices. Something I don't like about any fruit and any dessert that I eat is big fruit. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dump this in here, and then I'm going to cut those down. So I'm going to use my knife once I get it in here. And I'm going to cut those down. Probably not going to use, look at that. I'm not going to use all these. So I'm going to put half of them in there, and then I'm going to cut them down to smaller sizes, smaller bite pieces. And then I'm going to let it do what it do and start adding our other ingredients. Okay, now that I have cut them down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and probably start adding everything else. I might not need no cornstarch because of the thickness that the syrup that the apples was already in kind of got it. So I'm just going to start adding everything else, and maybe I'll add some more butter, but I'm not adding any more apples. So I have a half a can of apples. This is how much I have left. So I used about a half a can. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those apples yet, but let me go ahead and start adding the rest of the ingredients, and then I'll be back. Okay, it actually kind of smelled good, and that sugar kind of loosened it up a little bit because it was kind of thick. As you can see, I did not add all the sugar, and that's fine because I need some for the topping of the crust, but it is cooking. It does smell good, and this is how it's looking. And it's kind of syrupy, which is fine. So I'm gonna let this simmer on this like a medium low heat. And while that is simmering, we can go ahead and prepare our dough and how we're gonna cut it up and what shape and all of those good things. So let's go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some flour down so we can kind of keep the counter, keep it from sticking to the counter. And I'm gonna go ahead. It comes with 2 of these, but I'm only gonna use 1. I think I'm only gonna use 1. Uh, it actually smells kind of good. So this is still a little frozen because I had it in the freezer, but I don't know. I should have let it unthaw all day. Well, not all day, but a good portion of the day. I just put a hole in it. That's okay. So I was going to put this in the freezer. That's why I wanted to go ahead and make this first, but I think it might be okay. I think it might be okay. And it won't be mushy when I fry it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this into, I think I'm going to cut it into some like squares. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. So let's cut this part first. Let's cut the kind of like the ends of the circles off, I guess, to make like a rectangle. And then we can always put this together and then roll it back out because I do have a roller. But this is what it's looking like. And this right here, I think I'm gonna cut it into threes. I think I'm gonna cut it into thirds, threes. So here we go. And then, yeah, I'm gonna roll this out, and then we're gonna make 3 out of each one. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use the other dough. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out, and I'm probably going to do what I originally planned, which is stick it in the freezer because my body temperature is going to cool it down. But I'm not going to talk you guys' heads off. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and then I'll be back to fill it because our filling is ready. It's done. I'm going to turn it off. So All right, so this is what our filling is looking like. It's actually quite thick. So I'm gonna turn it off and let it cool down a little bit while I finish making the dough. Okay, you guys, so this is pretty much how many I got out of here based on the size I'm kind of doing. And yes, they're not even, but mind your business. I could have made it even, but we're just trying to make it convenient. So this is going to be together, and then have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 apple pies besides this one. And we don't know what shape this one, but those are the apple pies so far. And then I have my filling right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill them, put them on a tray that I have a parchment paper on. And then we're going to stick them in the freezer so they can like freeze a little bit and firm up. So when I drop them in the grease, they don't be like all soggy and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have the filling on there, I'm just going to basically cover them up like this and then smash the edges. And again, I know they uneven. That is okay. That is okay. I'm not looking for perfection, okay? So, I still have 2 more over here that I need to do. So, I'm going to take a fork and we'll kind of just like smash the ends in. I probably should have used the egg wash, but since I was like, I'm gonna smash them, maybe I didn't need it. So hopefully, let's hope that I was right. But again, I'm not trying to make it pretty. I'm just trying to close it. I can make them pretty another time. Comment below if you guys like apple pie. Some people are like, no. Well, it's okay. Only apple pies I ever eat was the ones at McDonald's. Y'all see that ooey gooey ishing out? That's okay, because we know it's gonna be good. So I'm just using, because they are uneven. So I'm just folding it up and putting them like that. So. All right. So this is how they're looking. Not the prettiest. Not the prettiest, but we're going to take some of this sugar mix that we have left and we're going to sprinkle it on top. I'm probably going to sprinkle a little cinnamon on top as well to give it a little razzle dazzle. And then I'm going to stick these in the freezer to firm up a little bit, so that when again, like I said, once I fry them, they won't be so mushy. I have 2 more over here to make, so I'm going to go ahead and make those, and then I'll be back. But this is what they're looking like. Go ahead and stick them in the freezer. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and move on to our chili. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and chop up my veggies and get them prepared to go in the skillet. So I want them to cook with the ground beef. So I'm going to take my green onions and my jalapeno and cut them up. I'm going to cut these into smaller pieces because I'm not going to use all of it. I already chopped my onion in half, and then I'm a little extra. I like onion, so I'm going to use both onion. And I also forgot to mention to you guys garlic. I'm going to use garlic. I'm going to use fresh garlic. You can use minced garlic. It's all up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and chop those up. Also, because I'm one of those moms, I have appliance here that chops the veggies. So this is going to help me chop them even faster, except for the ones that I have to chop up, like green pepper and the jalapenos. I mean the green onion and jalapenos, but everything else I'm going to slice it just enough to go into the chopper, and I'll show you guys how that works to so you guys can see the faster way that I do that to chop up all my veggies. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, you guys. So I know a lot of people probably don't like jalapenos in their chili. They don't like it spicy, but I like mine with just a little bit of heat. So something that I learned with veggies and in particular jalapenos, the smaller is for the flavor and the size is for, or the bigger is for the texture. I don't too much care about the texture, so I'm going to cut mine into small size pieces. And as you can see, like, I'm just cutting it vertically and then turning them and cutting them. And I changed knives for this so I can have a little bit more control than I do with the big knife. But I'm going to go back to it when I start cutting up my bell peppers. I just wanted to show you guys that for the jalapeno. Again, the smaller is for the flavor. And you can leave some of the seeds in there if you want to. And then I'm not leaving all the seeds in there, but I am going to leave a good amount. And then the bigger the veggie is for the texture. It's already going to have a lot of texture in it because I'm being extra. I'm adding extra onions, even though they're going to saute down. I have the red and the green bell pepper that I'm adding, and then 2 forms of onion, and then it's going to have tomatoes in it. I am so good on the texture. Okay, so I'm going to cut these small, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the bell peppers and the onions, and I'm going to show you guys how I cut those up. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so before I do the minced garlic, which is also I gotta cut, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do my good old bell peppers. So you're gonna go ahead and remove this. I did rinse it. I don't know why I did remove the sticker when I rinsed it. I just don't be like, I don't know. So again, I'm not gonna use all of this bell pepper. So I'm going to cut it just down a little bit. Not like I did the jalapeno, because I'm going to put it in my chopper right here. So just cut a good amount of the bell pepper out and then just cut it into piece, a good size piece. And then I'm going to put it into the chopper. And I'm doing the same thing for the red bell pepper as well as both onions. Let me go ahead and get these chopped up and I will be. Okay, so here's my chopper. This is what I have. I have 3 different heads to it. So this is what it's looking like. This is the side I'm going to be using. This is another side you can use. And then it also comes with a slider. So I'm just going to put that on there. And then we're going to chop our onion first. So just add a piece of your onion. Close it down. Uh-oh, turned the wrong way. Okay, so now we're going to chop our onion. And just like that. Uh-oh, they still kind of stuck together. Let me see. We have a small piece of onion. So that's what I'm going to do for all the pieces of the bell pepper and the onions. I'm just adding the slices in there, closing it, and it chops it. This cuts down a lot of time. I'm making veggies, whether I'm doing a guacamole or taco dip or anything like that, instead of sitting here chopping it all like I did the jalapeno and the scallions or green onions. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished result so we can start making our chili. All right, so now that I'm done chopping those, look how beautiful that is, y'all. Not even half of the time. Not even half of the time. And we got them all chopped up. All right, so let's go ahead and start on our chili and just mix all our ingredients. It's kind of like a one pot situation. You pour everything in a pot and let it cook, and there it is. So let's go ahead and start that. Okay, so I have my skillet here. It has been warming up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fire up to medium heat. I'm going to add some canola oil. You can add vegetable oil, add whatever oil that you decide that you want to add. I'm going to go ahead and just add mine. I'm going to add 2 caps full. That's how I measure everything, y'all. I don't measure anything, but if I had to measure anything, I would just do it. That's kind of how I do it. I just let my ancestors guide me. All right, so here I have my ground beef. This is 1 pound. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my oil and my skillet. Oh, listen to that sizzle. And we got action. So I'm going to go ahead and just smash my meat. I don't like chunky meat. I hope everything can fit in this pan because I don't feel like changing the pan to get a big old pot. But I got a feeling I'm going to have to get a pot. And then, this is a weird angle I'm trying to cook on. I'm cooking on the left side instead of my right side. So you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and let that meat start to brown. But since I don't like my veggies too soft or too hard, I'm going to go ahead and add them. So here they are. They're beautiful. I just love the colors. So this is the red pepper, the green pepper, the white onion. And of course I have too much. That's another reason I did not cut all of them. But I'm not going to go overboard, I promise. Okay, maybe a little. But you can freeze this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag and put this in the freezer. So when I need it for like ceviche or tacos or anything like that, I will already have it chopped up. Here's my jalapenos. I'm going to go ahead and add those as well. And I'm not going to add all of them because, again, I do want a little texture. But this is going to go ahead and cook down with the ground beef. Now, I kind of want to season the ground beef, y'all. But some of the videos I watched, they didn't season their ground beef. Is that what you're not supposed to do? I mean, I know I'm adding the chili powder and everything to the mixture, but do I not supposed to add seasoning to my ground beef? I don't know. Comment below if you season your ground beef still. I think I'm finna season mine, y'all. I'm not gonna make it too salty. I'm not gonna be a little too heavy on it, but I guess I'll show you guys what I'm gonna use. I almost forgot to add my garlic, so let me go ahead and add that, and I'll be back. All right, you guys, I went on and chopped me some garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in there. And then I'm gonna season, I decided to season it with some garlic salt and some black pepper. I don't think that's too much, but I could be wrong. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it, season it just a little bit with some black pepper and some garlic salt. So I don't know. This could mess it up. I don't know, but I gotta eat it, y'all. I'm the one that's gotta eat it. So let me know if you add anything to, again, you season your meat while it's cooking. And you see it's still a little pink. That's okay. That's how we want it. Or at least that's how I want it. I don't want to eat it pink, but that's how I know it's like getting in there. It's getting it done. It's not cooking it too fast. Because the other day when I made my rice. This is the same dish that I cooked it in, and it was cooking too high. I don't know what that was about. So I'm just gonna smash my meat, and again, it's because I don't like it too chunky. I normally stand here and smash the meat, especially like when I'm cooking rotel, until it's like all small pieces. Because the when it cooks, it kind of cooks together. And if you just let it sit like I was doing while I was cutting the garlic, because I forgot the garlic, it's balled up like meatballs in certain spots, y'all. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I would sit here and work this meat down. Okay. Again, it's not big. I'm not too big on the texture. It's already enough stuff gonna be in here, and I'm being extra with the beans too, y'all. And that's because I need to get protein in. I don't get a lot of protein in, and again, I'm picking up weight, which is good, sort of, kind of. I need to be the right weight so I can go in the right places. Okay, so I need all my protein in. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep mixing this. It smells amazing. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we still have our apple pies in the freezer firming up. And I'm going to use my deep fryer. A part of me wanted to use the air fryer, but it's not going to be big enough, which means it's going to take longer to cook all of them. And I think I do have about 5 or 6 apple pies. So yeah. And then once I'm done, my ground beef is done, I'm going to drain it. And then we'll start adding everything else. But look how it looks. Looks good. Just got to get rid of all that grease. And I want to get it down some more. I don't like these big old pieces. Hate it. All right. So I'll be back when I'm adding the rest of the ingredients. And after I drain the ground beef. All right, y'all. So I have my skillet cleaned and I have my meat drained. So let's go ahead and add the meat back in, and then we're gonna start adding. All our other ingredients. So you can see my skillet was hot. I preheated it back up. Did a little SMR right here. All right, so I'm going to start adding everything. I have some drained black beans that I'm going to add. And I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit, but I don't want to turn it down too much because I need the heat to be doing what it's supposed to do. So I have some black beans right here. I'm going to add that I drained. I'm going to add some kidney beans that I'm going to drain as well. I don't think I'm going to drain my chili pinto beans because it's made in mild chili sauce, and I want that flavor. I want that flavor. I want that flavor. So here is my red kidney beans. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Y'all, I really hope that all this stuff fit up in here. So here's the chili pinto beans by Bush. I probably should have drained those too, but I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. And then you are supposed to add some diced tomatoes. Whoa. And these are the ones I'm using. It's just the Kroger brand. You can get any brand that you want. And then I have some tomato paste right here. And I'm also going to add, well, let's go ahead and mix this up a little bit. This is standing up over the pot. It smells good. It really does. I hope it's good. It's good amount of time on it. I like quick meals, quick, fast meals. But I really wanted some homemade chili, or to try to make some homemade chili, because I have some chili. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, there go that aroma I was waiting on. Uh, but okay, not too shabby. And this is how it's looking with all the, yes, I have a lot of beans in here. I didn't think it was going to be that much, but it's just one can of each. So my extra jalapenos that I had left, I'm going to go ahead and add those. Sorry, I'm all in the camera, y'all. Then I have this chili pack by McCormick that I'm going to add. And I'm going to add the tomato paste in here in a second. So I probably should have got 2 bags of this chili, but we're going to pray about it. Yep. So then I have my red city pepper right here and my cumin that I'm going to add as well. Let the ancestors lead, y'all. I never use my cumin, ever. I have it just like I have all the other seasonings, and I don't know why. I think I bought it for a recipe and I never used it. But I also have some chili powder right here that I'm going to add. I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to add, but I'm just going to add it. We're going to let my heart lead me. Don't lead me astray. And I'm going to try to get it all mixed together. A part of me feel like I'm going to have to change the pot. It's just going to suck so bad. I wonder how it tastes. I'm one of those people that cook. I can cook a whole meal and never taste it. I can cook an entire meal, y'all, and never taste it. And that's another reason. My daughter wants a cookbook. She wants me to make her a cookbook so she'll have when she gets older, y'all. And I'm struggling with it because I don't never measure anything. So I need to start measuring stuff and all of that so I can leave her the recipes, because my grandparents and my mom did not leave me any recipes, y'all. So I'm learning all this as I go. And then I'm trying to add stuff to my menu, because if you anything like, normal black homes, if you ain't never had it before, you ain't gonna never try it. I don't eat that. So I got some beef broth right here that I'm gonna add. I'm gonna put some inside of my little tomato paste thing to try to get some of that tomato paste out of there. And I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to add either. So I'm just gonna mix it all in, work it all in, y'all. Work it all in. Let me work it all in, and I will be back. I actually am gonna taste this because I don't know how it's supposed to taste, but I want to see how spicy it is, and like if it need any like salt. I gotta add the brown sugar in here. The little final touches to make it special. So I'll be back. All right, y'all. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I did add some garlic salt, some more cumin, little garlic powder, onion powder, some more red cedar pepper, some more chili powder, some Tony seasoning, and some cayenne pepper, because it didn't taste like it was bland, if that makes sense. Like it was bland. And then I basically used about half of this, and I guess if I add a little bit more, it'd be half, because I know it's going to simmer or whatever and thicken up. And I don't want it to be too thick, but I don't want it to be watery in it either. So I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then we'll plate it up and try it together. But let's go ahead and drop our apple pies in the grease. Oh, it smells good, y'all. It smells really good. So, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm actually making chili. It's a lot. Like, this is a lot, y'all. And I only use 1 pack of ground beef. So I'm probably gonna freeze this because my kids gonna get tired of me. We're gonna have chili dogs. I'm gonna make everything chili, 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 chili. So while this simmer, I'm gonna cover it up and let it simmer for about 20 or 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and plate it up. And we're gonna go ahead and pull our apple pies up out the freezer and clean up a little bit and then drop our apple pies inside of the grease. All right, you guys. So I took my apple pie. Oh, I took my apple pies out the freezer. This is what they're looking like. I kind of left them in there longer than expected because of the chili, but that's okay. So here is a close up of what they're looking like. They're a little gashed open. I didn't do such a good job with putting them in there, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and drop them 2 at a time. Let them cook for about, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes. I think my grease is hot. Yeah, it's a little hot. 1 or 2 minutes, and then I'll pull them out to show y'all what they're looking like. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up. It's been about 3.5 minutes. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. That is pretty. That is pretty. Let me pull them out the grease. I let them drain for a second. Then I'll come back and show you guys the final results after I drop the other ones. Ooh, it turned out really nice. I like mine extra cheesy. So, and these are the apple pies. Black people ain't never got 2 things that match. You got Kool-Aid, no sugar, peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. In my case, chili, no crackers. I ain't making no cornbread, but that's okay because I have some chili Fritos right here. So let's go ahead and give it a taste test. Why I don't have a spoon, I don't know. Rent a spoon. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I want to give y'all a bite so bad. That's how it looks. Mm-hmm. What we're not gonna do though is pretend like we don't need to put no chips up in this thing. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you for this meal that nourished my mind by spirit. Please none of her home danger come to me as in ticket. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right. It's hot. Yep. Go on get it. Go on get it. Oh yeah. You see that cheese pour? Ooh. I'm gonna add some extra cheese. Let me show you how cheese I used. I used the triple cheddar. The triple cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little more on there because I like cheese in my chili. Yeah. I like the cheese. Mm-hmm. I'm dropping chips. I did my big one with this. I did my big one with this. Mm-hmm. Okay. I ain't gonna be greedy and eat it all in y'all face. Hot. Mm-mm-mm-mm. This is as good as I'm making it sound. It's good. Here's my apple pies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm ready to taste these. I don't know which one to get. Look. Okay. Uh-oh. Mm. Okay, the hot one. Go on get it. Oh God. McDonald's count your days. Because once my subscribers get a hold of this recipe, and they come and already get your apple pie, count your day. Oh my Lord. Mm-hmm. No exaggeration, baby. All you need is a little ice cream. And you hear me what I said? All you need is a little ice cream. This is crunch. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you tried. Feed the whole family. And give them some good dessert. Make these for Thanksgiving. They just fall apart. Look at that. Perfectly crisp. Make these for the Thanksgiving dinner. Your family gonna love you and put you on the cook list. Okay? For the friend or at work for the potluck. Take the chili. The apple pies. Oh my God. I'm gonna let y'all go. Because I know I'm finna hurt myself. But I'm finna eat this. Turn off. I'm about to eat this. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I was just being extra. Bye bye, y'all.